What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. We have the new AP poll ready to react to. So let's get right into it. We have Arizona sitting at number 1. They did lose last night at Kansas, so we should expect them to move down a little bit and Kansas to move up a little bit. I presume Michigan will be the number 1, followed by Houston, followed by Duke, followed by Iowa State, followed by UConn, and so on. I believe Illinois was a little underranked. I believe they beat Nebraska on the road. I know they lost to them at home earlier this season, but I think you got to go with recency bias here and give it to Illinois. Nebraska has dropped 2, so I think Illinois and Nebraska should flip-flop. I'm not sure how far Arizona should move down. Maybe they move down to 2, maybe they move down to 3, maybe they move down to 4. I doubt they move below Duke, as Duke just lost to North Carolina on the road. Arizona's kind of benefiting here from a lot of teams like UConn and Duke and Nebraska that have lost recently. I mean, even Texas Tech, even, Purdue a little bit, but, looking at the back half of the poll here, Kentucky has kind of replaced Tennessee as the just barely making it in. Louisville, Miami, and Arkansas have kind of stayed put, as well as Clemson, St. Louis, and Vanderbilt. St. John's has jumped up 5 spots from last week, and Texas Tech has basically moved down 5 spots from last week. So St. John's and Texas Tech are 2 teams right next to each other, kind of on opposite directions, opposite trends. Purdue and Gonzaga, I feel like right there is kind of that fringe, like, national championship contender. Like, I'd say North Carolina and above are teams that I believe could win a national championship, and then teams below that right now are teams that I don't really like too much. I mean, Miami, Ohio is obviously an outlier, and then I would consider Arkansas to be an outlier considering they upset St. John's last year, and then you could consider Florida or Virginia to be an outlier considering Florida won the championship last year and Virginia might be a little underranked, might not be. Same with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's very good out of conference, and they've only lost, 3 games? I know they just lost to, who was it? Oklahoma at home. So they definitely should move down a little bit if they already haven't. I'm surprised to see this St. Louis team over this Miami team. That's kind of interesting. You think they'd be right next to each other, but I guess they're going off strength of schedule, strength of team, net, Ken Palm, whatever they're going off it. I'd say the last little bit of information here is this team right here, Michigan State. They scare me. You know, I think they could get into the tournament and cause some havoc, but I also think they could get first rounded. I think they're just very inconsistent. You saw what happened to them against Minnesota on the road. Saw what happened to them against Michigan at home. I'm not sure what to think of this team. I know they're good. I know they're definitely going to do better than I'm saying, but don't be surprised. You know, this Purdue team, this Michigan State team, Nebraska still never won a tournament game. I think Gonzaga will be fine, at least in the early tournament. But, yeah, I don't know. Some of these teams I'm kind of worried about come March, but we'll see. All will be revealed in due time. I will definitely say the hottest team right now is either North Carolina or Kansas. Those teams are, I wouldn't say they were dead in the water, but I would say that nobody really thought they were going to be top 10 a couple weeks ago. They were losing games and just looked like, Kansas has a gauntlet in the Big 12. I mean, who doesn't? North Carolina's got Duke and Virginia and all these, ACC teams that are having a year. But here they are, and I'm excited to see where they go because if you don't remember, a couple years ago, Kansas and North Carolina played in the national title game. It was one of the better games in a while since, Villanova, since whatever. So I'm thinking this year, obviously, the Final Four and the championship games are always good, but I'm thinking this year is going to be very good, very competitive. March is going to march. Moving on into today's picks, I'm always halfway scrolled down. I gotta stop doing that. We're gonna recap yesterday. We had an okay day. If you see some green. Obviously, I was skeptical about the Heat. They lost. This one I wasn't too high on. This was a road dog, and road favorite. all of these. This was road and this was road, but all these home teams that I picked, besides the Heat, who were on one-day rest, did win. Kansas won last night, as I talked about. Both other ranked teams took care of business. St. John's won in overtime. Louisville won. Oh, they put up like 115 on NC State. NC State only put up like 80, 85. Navy won on the road. I can't believe St. Francis lost. They lost by 5. Central Arkansas squeaked it out on the road. They won by 10. Southeastern Louisiana, Bethune-Cookman won in overtime. Yale won in overtime. McNeese won by 4. They were favored by 20. UT Rio Grande Valley won by 20 on the road. This team, I thought they were going to win by 25. They won by 4. Grambling State lost by 10 on the road. Indiana won by 20 against Oregon. I guess Nate Biddle didn't really make a difference. Murray State got blown out, and then Arizona obviously lost to Kansas. I thought this was going to be a good game, and wow, was it. So moving on into today, we have Purdue visiting Nebraska. I like Nebraska to win. I was just talking about Purdue. They barely beat Oregon at home, and they've just been showing signs of vulnerability, I'll say. In Nebraska, while they've been missing a few people and dropped a few games, I think they've got this at home. Vanderbilt at Auburn. I thought Auburn was going to beat Alabama at home. Alabama's kind of got them in the all-time series. It's like 96-60 or something. 96-66. Give me Auburn. Vanderbilt just lost to Oklahoma at home, as I stated. I thought they were going to win pretty handedly, so give me Auburn. Notre Dame at SMU. Give me SMU. Notre Dame is one of the bottom teams in the ACC. I like SMU. SMU's favored by 12. I'm not necessarily sure if I want to take that. SMU beats teams, but they don't really blow them out at home. I think they've only blown out like one team. It may have been Florida State, may have been North Carolina. Either way, they play everybody close at home. They seem to play better on the road. But I like SMU. Marquette at Villanova. Marquette lost by 3 at home. They play significantly worse on the road. Give me Villanova. Just watched Villanova beat Seton Hall at home. It was a great game. Give me Villanova. They're playing good. Wisconsin at Illinois. I know Wisconsin went in to Michigan and beat them earlier this season. I just don't see them doing that twice. I like Illinois. I respect Wisconsin, but give me Illinois. Duke at Pitt. I like Duke to win pretty handedly here. It could be like 100-60, 100-70. I like Duke. Houston at Utah. Same kind of story here. I could see Utah losing by 10. I could see Utah losing by 5. I could see Utah losing by 15, 20, 25. I mean, I think Houston's going to win. By what? I don't really know. You know, they're on the road. If Houston was at home, I would take them by 30. I don't care. Colorado State at Air Force. Air Force is a 3-win team, bottom of the Mountain West. Give me Colorado State. Colorado State won by 20 earlier, so I don't necessarily know if they'll cover their 15-point spread, but I'd like them to win. But speaking of covering spreads, I like Utah State to cover this spread here. They beat Fresno State pretty handedly on the road, and Fresno State plays significantly worse on the road. Utah State, give me them. Washington State at Gonzaga. Give me Gonzaga. Sorry, it's Gonzaga. Gonzaga is by 20. I don't really know how confident I am in that. I would rather take the Gonzaga spread than the Washington State spread. But I think there's better value in other games today. Lastly, for college basketball, we have San Jose State visiting UNLV. Same kind of situation with Colorado State, Fresno State, just Mountain West. Good teams playing bad teams. Give me UNLV to win. And then NBA, we have Pacers at Knicks. Give me the Knicks. And Spurs at Lakers. Give me the Lakers to lose. The Lakers played the Nuggets close last night. They're on one-day rest. I don't believe in that. I think the Spurs, if Spurs were on one-day rest, I'd be a little skeptical. I'd probably still be on the Spurs money line, but I like Spurs big here. I mean, it's the Lakers. What am I supposed to do? Just a final thoughts here. Well, I don't know what this song is. Hold on. Final thoughts here. I'd say this. Duke, SMU, Villanova, Houston, Colorado State, Utah State, UNLV, Knicks, Spurs. All those money lines together, I think that's a recipe for success. I'm pretty confident on all these picks. I would say this one and this one are like my two least. And maybe the Vanderbilt one, maybe the Purdue one, but I like all these picks. I do like SMU by 9 or 10 if you were to take their spread. I do like Villanova by 9 or 10. I do like Duke by... I'm just gonna assume they're favored by 20. I like them by 20. I know they're favored by 15. I like Houston by 10, 12. Colorado State favored by 15. I like them by 10, 9 or 10. Utah State favored by 20. I like them 15, maybe 12. I don't know. And then San Jose State, I like them to lose by like 9 or 10. And then you could throw 9 or 10 on here. I usually would go 9, and then this is 8. I could see the Lakers losing by 10. So I would say the Spurs spread is good too. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll be back again tomorrow with Wednesday. There is a lot of picks tomorrow, February 11th, I believe, yes. And yeah, we're looking to have a better day today. I'm not just gonna blindly trust two spreads. The two spreads I had yesterday, Santa Fe, Austin, and St. John's, both did not cover. So we're gonna be a little more money line oriented today, because those money lines would have hit. Not that they were good money lines; they were plus 1,000 each or minus 1,000 each. But we're gonna look to do some money lines today, and try to just crawl our way back. You know, we're not looking for crazy odds here. We're just looking for it to be correct. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.